All right. Welcome to Big Sky Bits. I'm your host, Colby, and today we're going to be talking about some of the recent things going on in the Bitcoin world and ecosystem. I haven't been here in a while, and I've needed to come back, start making my presence known, and help people understand that there's so much more to Bitcoin than the financial aspect, so much more than number go up. And don't get me wrong, that's a very important part to gaining adoption and gaining people that are interested. But then we need to take the next step. So since the last time I was here, a lot's happened. Trump got elected president. I saw him and Robert Kennedy in Nashville talk about Bitcoin. It was great. Robert Kennedy really seemed to understand it. It was a great experience to see them and see a lot of the political figures push around and see what could happen. So that was a great time. The other big news since then is the Bitcoin price has gone up tremendously. We'll switch over to the price and look at it. And look at that. We switch over right as it's at 103 on the dot. Damn near all-time highs, around $600 short of all-time highs. I think when I looked earlier, we were maybe $300 short. So having a nice run up. And as Bitcoin seems to hit these new all-time highs, I see the sentiment is changing in the crypto space. Well, you still have some of the old influencers and other people touting altcoin season and how much they're going to make off a meme coin and getting excited. I have noticed an overall sentiment change where more people are understanding the actual value of Bitcoin and what it can do to actually change the world and make it a better place. Now, some people think it is just a speculative asset, get rich. I'm not discouraging them. I'm not discouraging you from altcoins. It's your money, play with it however you will. I just see a bigger picture for Bitcoin and I want to preach that. Now, on some of the forums and some of the different shows, I've heard people talking about the concept of a dino coin, and they refer to it in the sense of an old coin, maybe something long forgotten. Well, as someone who's been around in the space for a while, I want to set the record straight and let people know that dino actually was a term by a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists to mean decentralized in name only. So we use that term because most of these projects, like them or love them, hate them, whatever it may be, many of them are more akin to a company. They may not have offered an initial stock offering, but might have had an initial coin offering. Or because of this, instead of issuing stocks, they have a coin. Very similar sentiment, very similar structures, and it leads to a lot of the same problems we see in the corporate world today. Whereas Bitcoin aimed to change that whole paradigm by being decentralized and allowing the average individual to play a greater role in it. And it got me to think, because I hadn't heard that term in a while, of a shirt me and my son made back in the day. And here you can see it. It's a Bitcoin asteroid coming down to destroy the dino. And those dinos are the Ethereum Brontosaurus. Sorry if I bumped that mic. We got a Tether Triceratops, an XRP guy. Just different projects. Polygon, some of these animals have already almost gone extinct. Others are on their way, especially if you look at it versus Bitcoin. And on the back was just a simple, how do you get that? Simple QR code linking to an address if anyone wanted to donate. We only ended up getting a few bucks, but years later that ended up being $100 bucks. So it was a worthwhile endeavor just to see what could be done and what kind of fundraising our projects could occur. Different QR codes on different contestants or people, tons of possibilities. So I thought that was interesting how the spaces change and how the times change. And I'm just happy to see sentiment changing among people. Many know nowadays that these other projects are just akin to gambling, whereas in some of the previous bull runs, people really thought Bitcoin was going to be dethroned by them and didn't really understand the underlying technology or motive. So I'm happy the times are changing, and we'll get more into those perspectives every day as we go down some of the Reddit or BitcoinTalk.org forums, which are still pretty useful, great forums. Switching over to Reddit, you see some of the new news, Argentina president looking to embrace payments. And I think that's more of what we need to also understand, is that the payment processing systems are becoming more and more streamlined. I use between Lightning and the main chain on a pretty regular basis. And when you look at the Lightning Network and how they're creating LNRULs, it is amazing some of the invoice and inventory type structures I can put into these receipts or invoices. And I really think the structure of payment systems, we are literally at the very beginning of seeing a whole paradigm shift in how people do business. So we'll look more over at the social media. This is more just a quick post to get back in line, start talking again, trying to make this a regular basis thing. So aiming for a 10-minute video every day, and then maybe some short clips. Hopefully we can get some good contact. Hopefully I can get people to subscribe, like, show a little love. I'm going to show some love and try to build a good community of people that are truly passionate about Bitcoin. Moving on, we'll look at the mempool real quick, and you'll see transactions are a hair more expensive, but still relatively cheap. But then when you factor in the cost increase that sats have had, it's decently expensive, and to a degree that's good. It'll push people over to the Lightning. People are exploring more and more second layer solutions. I'm very happy with where the ecosystem is at. What's this little purple block here? Someone paid quite a few sats. Whoa, that guy paid a ton, huh? So we're just gonna continue our journey, looking at different facets of the community and what is going on with the Bitcoin world. I mean, every day there's new things, from quantum computing to different actors like Roger Ver got arrested. I think these are all interesting topics that deserve their own short video or explanation. As for Roger Ver, not a huge fan of the guy. He gave me some extra coins by splitting Bitcoin Cash, so I guess I have him to thank for that. But in the end, what he did, I don't see how it deserves a lifetime sentence or anything, especially when you hear of some of the horrific crimes that go on unpunished or lightly punished here in the United States. To imagine that Roger Ver is one of our most wanted criminals or deserving of this harsh sentence, I don't know. I don't believe that's true, and I hope we as a society can have these discussions. The other big topic as of late has been quantum computing. So, and don't let the FUD or the rich billionaires who missed out on Bitcoin get into your head. Quantum computing, well, it is a threat to many facets of our society, and I will acknowledge a threat to Bitcoin itself. Bitcoin has long, since the days of Satoshi, had a solution for what quantum computing can do. We have this idea that because it is a permanent ledger, we can take a timestamp before the hacking or before the breaking of the encryption occurred and go back to that and fork to a new quantum resistant algorithm, and everyone can start from there. Now, quantum resistant algorithms already are in the works, and people have come up with many novel ideas, and we'll see where some of these lead. I have the utmost faith in humanity. And as for restructuring to a previous day or time before this occurred, yeah, some people this will cause tremendous havoc for. transactions will be reversed. But you have to think on a global scale what this could do to other financial institutions. And many of these don't have the global blockchain like Bitcoin does. They're centralized and easily destroyed, manipulated, controlled by one or two individuals. So Bitcoin gives us this freedom that we can verify and we don't have to trust. And I want you all to keep that in mind. Just verify. Don't trust. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to any of the other people on the internet telling you what to do. You have a great brain inside that head, hopefully. Do some logical reasoning and judge for yourself. On that note, I want to thank you again. Please like and subscribe and come back. If you enjoyed the show, please leave me a comment. I need some engagement. I want to know what topics you want to talk about. Again, thank you very much, and I hope you all have a great day.
You